Happy Thursday and welcome back to the You Good Podcast, the podcast where oversharing is encouraged and thoughts get real. I'm your host, C-Rod, joined as always by my co-host, Nick. Today we are talking about something nobody warned us about when we grew up. Not the big life stuff, not the trauma, not the heartbreak. The tiny, right? The everyday, meticulous adult things that somehow carry way more stress than they should. Email, scheduling, texting, making plans, choosing what to eat, all the quiet stuff that slowly drains you. Welcome to episode 34. Why is this stressful? Let's get into it.
No, I don't wanna live where I always feel broken. I just wanna live with a heart wide open. I don't ever wanna feel fear anymore. No.
I am coming in hot today.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Why, you ask? That's a great question. I knew you were going to ask that.
Yeah, it
the
was.
Super Bowl.
Oh,
the
God.
the Super Bowl, right?
The Turd Bowl.
Not even the game, not even how bad it was. I don't know if it's that I'm getting older or that I'm just fucking grumpier these days, but like, I hate social media. I hate social media. I hate that we can't just enjoy something anymore. Like, we can't just watch the Super Bowl and enjoy it, right? Now there's a fucking competing halftime show, and now everybody's fighting about, did Bad Bunny do good? Did he do bad? What did he say? What did his words mean? Like, we can't just watch football and enjoy funny commercials, because even like the fucking commercials suck now. Everything's just about AI. Like, how many AI commercials do we need? We get it. Like, AI is in everything. And we need a ChatGPT commercial. We need a Claude commercial. We get it. Like,
more.
AI exists. I talk about it every day at work. Anytime we reevaluate a project, I have to like think about AI and machine learning. I don't need that to be in my entertainment. Don't tell me that exists. I already know that. I know you have to advertise, but I'm heated. And I think that the biggest thing is I hate social media because I hate people arguing about Bad Bunny, about the TSUP, whatever it's called, halftime
Turning
show.
Point.
Like,
Yeah.
Here's the thing. You either watch it or you don't. You take a TV remote and you change the channel if you don't agree with it, if you don't like it, like that. You walk out of the room, you don't watch it. You don't have to go on a goddamn rant on Facebook the next day. And now because of AI, right?
Mm.
Every AI bot it's all we see on the news feed now. Just regurgitating the same shit. Oh, Bad Bunny, the little kid that was in Bad Bunny was from Ice, the one that Ice took. Well, no, it fucking wasn't. All it was meant to do was represent Bad Bunny and his self as a baby, handing off to the younger generation. But everybody makes it political, and we make it about Ice, we make it about this, and you just can't enjoy the show whether you liked it or not. Like, it's not entertainment anymore, and I hate social media. I really do.
I'm with you. Everybody's got their soapbox now, and I mean, most people aren't intelligent, so it's quite nonsense.
That's the key. Most people are fucking retarded.
No, and they don't realize that opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got one, so it's just like,
yeah.
And your take isn't new. It's the same as the same when you're parroting. So
the 26,000 people that are commenting around you and above you.
Did I enjoy the halftime show? Yeah, sure. It was fine. No more than I enjoyed any of the other ones. I'm just like, it's there. Awesome. Cool.
Yeah.
The only thing I wish I knew what he was saying. I thought it was dope. Just, I don't know any of it. Like, I caught a few words here and there, but so what? It's not.
Listen,
it's not a big deal.
I'm Puerto Rican. I don't speak Spanish.
Well,
I don't like Bad Bunny, and it's not because he's Puerto Rican, right? It's not because I think he's un-American. I don't speak Spanish, so I don't divulge in Spanish music. It's not that I'm saying I don't like Spanish music. You know, when I hear his music come on sometimes, like, yeah, the beat gets you going. If you're out at a club, you know, you dance to it. But here's the other thing. I don't need to know the meaning, because everybody's commenting, oh, his lyrics meant something, his words meant something, right? Because
I wasn't saying it like that. I just wanted to know what it was, what he, not even his singing, like what he said in like between, like Kendrick Lamar and stuff.
I'm still venting. Yeah, no, right. But I'm just still venting because, you know, everybody. Oh, Kid Rock, what does "ball with the bar" mean? Well, fucking nothing, right? But I don't know Spanish, so I don't know what those words mean. And everybody's like, oh, the message was so important. And then you have everybody, oh, well, what he's singing about is banging all these chicks and taking these chicks to, you know, his uncle's house or his aunt's house or something, and falling in love with them and grinding, because that's what Spanish music is, right?
Reggaeton.
That's what all music is. You know, you look at all the hypersexualized American music where you actually know what they're saying, and people complain about that too. And like, that's what Spanish music is, except we as non-Spanish speakers don't know that, right? So people are vibing to it, and it's probably like, yeah, and it's remember like dancing. I'm gonna fuck you with my big dick, right? And like,
I wish I knew what he was saying. So just like, maybe I wouldn't be, you know, dancing like that, you know, if that's the words. But who cares?
Exactly. Who cares?
Ignorant people care. That's who. They don't got nothing better to do with their time other than argue on the internet with other people.
They're like I think one of the worst things. Yes, social media, the internet, that all moved us forward. But I think it's one of the worst things that happened, because it gave so many people a soapbox, like you said, right? These keyboard warriors can go out and post anything that they want. And yes, without social media, we wouldn't be able to do this podcast, right? Because who are we? We're nobodies,
right?
With a voice, with a word, putting it out there. But we're doing it for the better, right? We're talking about things for the better, instead of these people on Facebook that I feel like they have nothing with their time, especially people like over 60. Most of the comments that you see are from like people are like grandmas, and I'm just like, shut the fuck up, dude. Just, if you don't know what he's saying, don't watch it. Puerto Rico is a part of America. If you don't like it, like, yes, it's not a long part of America. So people are like arguing, oh, Puerto Rico is American heritage. Oh, well, no, it's not, because they've only been a part of America for a short time. Well, in the grand scheme of things, there's North and South America, and nobody understands that, like, the United States, it's not just the United States, it's America. And maybe that's on us for saying, you know, God bless America, and just talking about the United States and not really caring about South America, Mexico, or Canada. And that's maybe just a culture thing, but I hate it. I hate social media. I hate big events. I mean, we've been arguing with each other for the better part of 8 or 9 years, since Trump first got elected, when Biden got elected, when COVID came along.
Obama. People are arguing for 20. That's all they do now. That's all everyone, it's all about ideology now. Everything's like, if you don't believe what I believe, you are the devil. And I'm just like, on both sides. And I'm like, that's crazy. Like, why can't both sides have good points and bad points? Like, why is it absolute? Like, I don't understand, and it upsets me. But
I truly think that society, as we know it, took a turn when social media became prevalent and people started realizing that they could spew whatever shit they want and there's no repercussions to it. And like, even like you just said, the turning point thing, right? Everybody's saying, this is what Charlie would have wanted. This is what You're fucking telling me that what Charlie would have wanted was to bash a Puerto Rican and stage a completely separate country concert to say, oh, we're more American than you? Like, fucking no. That's not what he wanted. And now you're taking his name and his assassination to get viewers, and that's all you're fucking
taking his
doing.
Platform and using it to push an agenda is all it is.
Yeah. Because I guarantee you, I
but they
didn't
use-
know much about him.
Everyone
not gonna
uses
wanna bash
tragedy
Puerto
to
Rico.
push agendas,
I-
though, right?
I know.
So
I
I don't.
yeah.
All
That's-
of it.
that's-
I just
that's-
hate
dude,
all of it.
that's what I'm
because
saying.
So little people control what we do, and we just
Hmm.
let it happen. And we're
Yeah.
too busy fighting each other because they've demonized the other side so bad. So now you can't have a conversation with the other side without, a fight breaking out. And I'm like, that's never been how it was. You used to never talk about religion, sex, and politics. And now what do everyone talk about? Or like, what does everyone talk about? It's
Religion,
so
sex, and
prevalent.
politics.
It's
That's it.
insane. It's like
Yeah.
those used to be like taboo. Like
Yeah.
you never talked about it. And now that's what everybody identifies with now, and I'm like, that's just not
All they talk about. I
not
hate
how it is.
talking about politics. I hate opening my Facebook every day. Trump this,
So don't.
Trump that, and I want to delete Facebook so bad, so
Delete
bad.
it. Just don't go on it to doom scroll. Go on it and use it as a tool.
I don't doom scroll. I go
So-
on.
So then, how are you seeing comments and stuff? Like,
Well, because when I'm on like I have so many fantasy baseball, fantasy football, the playoff pick'em. I have things that I run as group admins. I truly enjoy seeing my friends and family post baby pictures, kid pictures, engagements. Work
it's few and far between
work
now.
updates. Because we don't even have a fucking page anymore to where it's just our friends. Now it's the algorithm, and it's like, oh, if I want to see my friends, I have to go to a whole different page. Like, no, I don't want to see that. And then when I go to the page, it's showing me things from like a month ago. Everything. It all just pisses me off, and that's why I'm
Technology.
coming in hot today.
Good segue. Good segue, right?
The only thing that makes me happy is opening my Instagram, and that makes
Oh.
me smile
There you go.
because that's where the sex comes in. The
Oh
the
my
religion and
God.
politics, I hate it, but the sex can still sell.
Sex
can
is
still
fine. I'm here for
is
the
fine.
sex.
Show me the big butts, baby.
Oh my. Ugh.
But as for the game, that fucking sucked too.
Oh, the game was terrible. Straight trash.
What did I tell you? What did I say last episode? They're gonna dog walk them, and that's exactly what they did.
Okay.
That's exactly what they did.
I mean,
What,
don't think you
5 straight
expected
field goals, and then a
the
touchdown.
Patriots defense to do that though.
Shut down Sam Darnold in the passing game a little bit. Yeah, at the end of the day, he's still Sam Darnold. But the thing is their running game, and look at Kenneth Walker, their tight end game, Barner, better than Henry, better than Stevenson, better than their offensive line was better. Darnold wasn't getting sacked as much as May was. He had more time to make his. Darnold didn't do anything crazy. Neither team did anything crazy. It was a defensive battle back and forth, but the thing was, Seattle could move the ball just far enough to get a field goal. And 5 times in a row, that's all you need. The Ravens for 5 straight years, they won because Justin Tucker was, we'd win games 6-0 and 9-7. But, what are you going to do? When you kick 5 field goals and you set a record, like you can't come back from 15 points. The Patriots had 40 yards at halftime. I lost every single bet I made.
52, but
Who's counting?
right.
I turned the game off after that touchdown. 19-0, over. I was done watching.
You didn't see it was 19-3, but you didn't see the Patriots touchdowns at all?
No. The Mac Hollins touchdown? Mm-mm.
Yeah, or the doesn't matter. There's 2.
They had 2?
I thought so.
I don't know. I didn't watch it. I was talking to Shane, and Shane Cleveland, you know him.
You don't
And he I guess I don't have to say their names, right? Sorry, Shane. I don't know if he listens to this anyways. But I was talking to him and telling him, we were We were watching. I came home from the Super Bowl party I was at, and Callie was watching Sandlot. So I got in bed and watched Sandlot with her because it's a timeless movie. And I was messaging Shane. He's like, "Oh, this game, that game. You know, we're in the fantasy pool." I was like, "Oh, I'm not watching the game." He's like, "How are you not watching the game?" I was like, "Oh, it's boring as shit." He's like, "No, it's a defensive battle." I'm like, "No, it's boring as shit. They're just kicking field goals. Like, how is that fun?"
Yeah.
I was like, defensive battles are fun when it's my team, right? Steelers, Ravens, okay, fine. Like, I'll watch that because I'm amped up, but not when it's two teams I don't care about and they're not doing shit. Like, literally not doing shit, throwing 4 yards, 3 yards here, running for a yard or two, and then punting.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, you got to be a fan of football." I'm like, that's no.
That's not how that
No,
starts.
this game sucks. This sucks. So many other better AFC teams should have been there,
Yeah. But they weren't. So
but they weren't. But we move on. It's baseball season. So
it's been baseball season.
today's rotational opener. I know we usually rotate these. We talked about them last week. We did not talk about this. It was on the docket. The What's Been Heavy. I have something that I haven't shared. I don't know if there's anything that's been lingering for you lately or if your life's been perfect.
Let's you can take the lead on this. I'll figure something out.
So tomorrow morning, I guess it would have been yesterday by the time this comes out, Kato unfortunately is going through cancer removal surgery. And the hardest part, like I know that we obviously talked about this a few episodes ago where he's getting older. He had a heart scare, right? Everything ended up being okay. I obviously came to peace with how old he is and how he's going to start, potentially seeing things pop up, and he started having little lumps pop up, and most of them were fatty deposits or, marks that the vet said, don't worry about these. But one popped up, and she was like, "Oh, last week," she was like, "Oh, we gotta poke this one. Let's find out what this is." And the results came back that unfortunately it was cancer. And that was very hard, but I don't think it was as hard, only because I've kind of been thinking about this, right? Preparing for this, and it will never make it any easier, especially, I had to have the conversation with Kinsley because she's older now about what cancer is and what is this big growth that's, a week ago it was this small. Now it's like this. Like it's hopefully, we catch it early enough that it's not aggressive, that we can have the surgery, remove all the cancerous cells, and he can live hopefully another 2 or 3 years. Ideally, because what could happen is we don't get all the cancer, or we take it out and it's an aggressive stage and maybe it grows back. Maybe it's in his body to where we can't see yet or something. And I don't know. There's so many what ifs that could happen, but I want to give him a fighting chance. I want to give him this last surgery because, we talked about what happens if the surgery doesn't work. Well, there's chemotherapy. I'm not putting my 12-year-old dog through chemotherapy. I'm not putting him through toxic radiation to hope I can get another year or maybe 2, because at the end of the day, he's 12. The average life of a boxer is 12. The like max life I think is like 18. I think a boxer's live to like 18 or 19, right? So the data the number is not long for how much he has left if he was completely healthy. And if I can get 2 or 3 more years out of him, he's done his job. He's been there for me. He's my support. He's my first child, and I'll be like, I'm happy. I'm content with the life he's lived. And for me, it's just quality of life. Is he happy? Is he pain-free? We went for a walk yesterday, and for the first time in a long time, he started sprinting, because he's been having back problems. So I've been giving him joint medicine, and I've been giving him nightly massages, to kind of loosen up those areas. And he went he started jogging. I was like, dude, I haven't seen you jog in months. Like, this is crazy. So he feels good. He's eating. He's healthy. for how old he is, and I'm hoping, like, this is obviously very taxing on me with everything else that's going on in life, top of mind, obviously. I hope surgery goes well. The one thing that I was always scared of is what happens if I put him under surgery and he doesn't wake up, right? And I don't get to say goodbye. And that's something I talked to the vet about. We walked through all scenarios. What if I did nothing? And she was just very confident that this kind of surgery, that he'll wake up, right? It's in his rib cage, so he has to get some rib muscle removed, but it's not anywhere near his heart or his liver or his stomach, his big vital organs. It's on his side. It's next to skin and rib and muscle. So, that's what's been heavy for me lately. I know that I've spewed a lot here, but there's just a lot lingering for me mentally.
No, that's always a heavy thing, and I'm glad that you didn't make the decision based off of the money, like we had talked about, I think, last week. It was like quality of life and all the other things, because money's money. You make more, and these things shouldn't be based on that.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
I know. You're just putting it off. I know. I was gonna say, when we did speak, I think we didn't speak on the podcast. We spoke offline,
Right?
To where I said, if this is $10,000, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not. I can't afford that. He doesn't have much life left, and you were like, hey, take a second, think about it from a different aspect. Like, this is all fresh information. Think about it from a different perspective, and it is going to cost me $5,000, but I think that's not a lot in the grand scheme of things to give him another fighting shot for everything he's been to me.
No, especially with the likelihood of success being more than the it's hot. The higher percentage is success on all accounts than anything. Yeah. So it makes perfect sense.
Exactly.
And I guess
now give me something dark and heavy for you. Unless you truly don't have anything heavy, no, I'm not gonna pressure you.
There's always like heavy stuff, but it like nothing's heavy compared to that. Now, like anything I had is just minuscule. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not a thing. Like, if I had something with work, or if I had something, like, nothing's like.
Okay.
Yeah. Unfortunately, maybe I should have went first.
I'll save you here because, like we talked about in the opening, today's episode is talking about stress, right?
Right.
Little things. And maybe the little things that you would have brought up in what's been heavy, somewhere along the way, those little things become our loudest stressors. So let's talk about the stuff that quietly ruins our day. And, this is where adulthood really starts messing with you because, like we just talked about, I don't know if we're just getting grumpy and old, but everything starts to fucking piss us off. And it's the little things that maybe it's just the last straw. And I know that you know this as being a father and having kids. And sometimes there's just those days where you wake up and everything goes wrong. You're out of milk. You can't make cereal. You drive to work. There's an accident, so you're late. You're at work and everybody pisses you off. And then you come home and all of a sudden your kid is eating dinner and they throw their food on the ground and you just lose it on the kid. And it's just like, there were so many other things that got me to this point.
Oh yeah, it's a snowball. It starts off as a snowball and then it's an avalanche by the end of the day. When those days happen, it's few and far between now for sure. And I would like to say, like, a lot of the perspective is like, no, you didn't have a bad day, but you had a bad moment. Like, unfortunately, today was a multiple bad moments. But I don't know if is that what we're talking about, or is it like more so like little things that stress us out? Like for me, the emails stress me out, especially like the amount of spam emails I get is ridiculous. Like, but I went to this convention for work. I, did my networking thing, and now all I get is spam. Like, it's, oh, check out these knives. Check out this new CMM. I don't, I don't want any of it. I was just trying to help my company, and now I'm getting inundated with a bunch of stuff that I don't need, and then I'll miss. No, I won't miss anything important, but I won't see it right when it comes in because I got all this other crap, and I'm like, yeah, that can wait. Emails, terrible.
Dude, I hate emails. I was always so being in sales, unfortunately, that's me. I'm the person that reaches out to people after a trade show because I got their email address because they attended the trade show. We never even talked, and I still have to go out and reach out to them, but there's nothing that pisses me off more than emails. I used to be the guy, I would have to keep my inbox at 0. I would have to clean it up, not just my work, my Yahoo email, right? My personal Gmail. And it's so infuriating now because I have 4 emails. I have one for this podcast, one for work, and I have 2 personal emails. I have one for spam, like that I don't want, and I have another personal one. But my email right now has 2,744 unread messages.
Oh, that's
because like you probably have way more. But
55,000.
Yeah, it's crazy.
55,152 unread emails.
And here's the thing. Unsubscribe, it doesn't actually work. You know,
you got to do it like 6 times.
Spam. Yeah, putting them in spam works sometimes, and then it comes back another way. Blocking them. Well, now you don't want to fully block them because maybe you want some stuff sometimes, and even if you go to their email preferences and you say limit the emails, that doesn't actually happen.
No. Yeah, and like I said, the unsubscribe thing you have to do like 2-3 times before it actually like works. And then somehow 6 months later you're back on the damn thing. So you're like, how did this happen?
Dude, I don't give a shit about unsubscribe. I don't even put those links in my emails at work. And when people are like, oh, take me off of your list, I'm like, this isn't a fucking list. I'm reaching out to you with a message. I'm reaching out to you with a purpose. This isn't just a list. This isn't marketing, even though it is.
I don't want it.
You don't want it, but you're going to look at it, bitch.
Another thing that shouldn't be stressful, but is lately is reservations at places or like birthday parties. Even for my birthday I went to Topgolf, and because I had more than 2 bays worth, I had a 3rd bay worth of people. I had to prepay for everyone and buy food for 18 people. Even if I didn't have all 18 people, I had to pay. I'm like, this is insane. I kept going back and forth. I'm like, what's stopping me from just showing up this night with all these people? They're like, nothing. I go, why would I do that? I'm trying to do the right thing, and you're telling me I have to spend all this. Ended up being well worth it, but it was such a pain in the butt. Like by the end of it, I didn't want to do anything. I was like, I don't even want to come tomorrow, or it wasn't tomorrow. I don't even want to come next week or whatever it was. But I'm like, I don't want to do this. Thanks. You've made this so stressful and all that. Like I'm good. I don't want it.
Yeah. It's so ass backwards. It's so ass backwards. The same thing is here in Tampa and probably in Orlando and everywhere else, but I know that we used to do like friends get-togethers, once a month or every so often with a group of 8 to 10, 12 people, whoever was available just to catch up. And I would call for like a reservation. Hey, we're going to have 8 people, 10 people. We don't do reservations over 6. Well, why? Like, isn't that the point of a reservation?
Right.
Because you know that a large group of people, like, this isn't a 4-top where you can just pull up 2 chairs and make it 6, or put 2 together. Like, if this is 10 or 12 people and I walk into a restaurant, aren't you going to want to know ahead of time? And they're like,
You would
yeah, but
think.
we just don't do reservations over 6 people. Like, well, that's fucking stupid. So we're all
Yeah.
just going to stand. We're going to come there. We're going to stand in line. You're going to have 10 to 12 people standing in front of your waitress desk while you scramble to try and put a few tables together because everybody's running around with their heads cut off.
All huddled up. Yeah. I was arguing with the person on the phone. I'm like, what's stopping me from bringing 18 people tomorrow? Or I keep saying tomorrow, but it wasn't tomorrow. What's stopping me from being 18 people on my birthday? Nothing. We would.
Nothing.
That'd be you would probably inundate the kitchen. I was like, not my problem. I'm trying to do the right thing.
Yeah, don't.
But no.
They put it on the consumer, and then they need to make money off of it. Oh, you have to get food. You have to put a deposit down. Like, why? Why?
It wasn't a deposit. I paid for the whole thing up front. Everything.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Stupid.
That's crazy.
I was not very happy.
The business models of some of these companies are so outrageous, and like they wonder why we get so frustrated and we hate going out and doing things. The thing that pisses me off the most is when you go somewhere and they're like, "Oh, you have to download our app." Why?
The menus that are QR codes now.
Still QR codes. At COVID was 6 years ago.
You can't get a physical one. You have to scan.
Like that's crazy too. You're forcing people to be on their phone.
Nope.
When they're trying to be out at an event.
I prefer to call to get things done. If I need to, like, get a hotel reservation I prefer talking to someone rather than doing it online. And calling you're on hold for 10, 15 minutes. It's literally a giant waste of time to try to call and talk to anyone.
Well, the other thing is you're not talking to the company anymore. You're talking to a third party answering line that knows dick about shit.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. I'm like, why are we doing this? Why are you doing this? It's terrible.
I try to not call anybody. I hate calling people because that's what my job is, right? That's what I do all day. I'm calling people. I'm talking to people. People are just so stupid, and I would rather go on an app to book a hotel or do this, right? The apps that I use all the time. But you're right. Like I hate sitting down and they're like, "Where's the menu? Oh, here's our QR code." Like, oh, I don't want to do all this shit. Like, just give it to me. Just give me it. It's
how hard is it to give me a physical menu? Like, I don't get it.
Again, this brings up the question though. Does life suck, or are we just getting old to the point where now we understand old crotchety people?
Well, I don't
dealt with it for 30 years and now we're like fucking tired of it.
I don't feel like I'm old and crotchety. I far from it. If anything, I'm becoming
young
more
and crotchety.
No, if anything, I'm becoming better. Like, not angry, not upset with the world. Just like, all right, acceptance, right? I think I've just accepted things more. Because I really don't. There's not a lot these days that I'm willing to die on those hills. It's like, all right, whatever. Like my biggest thing now is like not being understood when I'm trying to explain something, or if someone says something, or if I said something and then they don't like what I said, and then I'm like, well, this is what I meant. I don't got time for all that. I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
Think however you want. I don't care.
I hear that.
And I don't know if
I hear
this
that
has helped a lot with that because like I'm putting myself out there every week and don't really care what anyone has to say about it. So
That's fair. I I know the answer to this question because I talked about it in the open. But to you, when did everyday life stop feeling so simple? And I don't know if it's busier or if it's just a mental overstimulation. But what does that look like from your end?
when I left college, when I then had a kid at 22, so it was then I would say, right around that time, 21, 22. Life hasn't slowed down since. If anything, it continues to go faster. I mean, we're almost halfway through February already. I just remember Christmas, so it's one of those like, man, time's just speeding up, and especially, yeah, with the kids and just life. Like, I think when you're a kid and you don't have responsibilities, you don't have anything you have to do, time's slow because you get to enjoy it. When you have to do things and there's no way around it, it just goes by. Time goes by. Every day's the same. It's all monotonous, and before you know it, you wake up and, oh, it's middle of February. I haven't done anything. It's like, no. And that's why a lot of the way my thought process and how I've been as of the last few years is just like, you don't have tomorrow. You just you needed to start now. Tomorrow not guaranteed. So why?
Well, because the next thing
the
you know,
New
you
Year's
blink and
resolutions, things like that. It's like, why? Oh, I'm gonna start it now, or start it in 30 days, or especially around like October we talked about it. It's like, why wait? Just do it.
Yeah.
But that wasn't always the case. Like I said, it was as of the last probably 4 or 5 years. Just really
that's fair.
hammering the. You don't got a lot of time. I think also my dad dying at 38. Then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna die at 38. Even though I've done the exact opposite of what he did as far as lifestyle choices and things like that, I'm just like, no, I'm still gonna die at 38. And well, no, I'm still here. Clean bill of health. No issues. Like he had 80% blockage in one of his arteries. Had he gone to the doctor regularly, that would have been caught. So
Yeah.
Make it a point just to be better. We went off on a tangent.
You did go off on a tangent, but it's okay because I think that, to your point, like, you can blink at 30 and be 65, right?
With all these
And it's like-
regrets. I didn't do
and
this.
it-
I didn't do that.
Yeah, where did the past 35 years go? And I feel like I'm not going through a midlife crisis, but I'm coming to the realization that statistically we are at our midlife, right? On average, I don't know what the average is, but people aren't living until 80, 85, 90, 95 as much anymore. And 50 isn't midlife. Now midlife is like 35, 40, like where we're sitting at. It's kind of hard to think about sometimes. But
yeah. It's 76 and a half years for US males. So we are almost
76 and a
there.
half.
Yeah. Yeah, shoot. I'm right there, right? Oh shit.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
am
so
having
under 40.
crisis.
That's
Um,
it's the responsibilities, they go from nothing to a snowball effect for 30 years, and then hopefully by the time you're dying, less responsibility, or it's just the less you give a shit about being responsible. But I don't know, I think that when we think about these stressors and all these little things, they start to pile up. They start leaking into everything else. Like we talked about, you could have a bad moment here, a bad moment there. And at some point along that line, whether you're 30, 35, 40, 45, stress turns into exhaustion. And you get to the point where you're just like, I am at my mental capacity. I don't want to make any more decisions. I've reached that fatigue.
Yeah.
I don't know. You're getting just so tired of everything. Like, have you reached a mental fatigue, or has that decision fatigue hit you at all?
Oh, decision fatigue, yeah. Often. My whole job is making decisions, making choices, fixing things, but aside from the fixing, it's how do we move forward? How are we going to right now, how are we selling suppressors? How are we going to do I mean, the gun stuff's just one side of it. I have this whole sign division that's another. So, how are we gonna make sure we don't run out of ink, vinyl, metal? How are we gonna make sure the people that we are buying these things from it doesn't take 2 weeks to get these things? What can we do? So, I'm constantly making choices, constantly making decisions, constantly using like my brain to where when I get home, like my bandwidth for making decisions just I don't want to. I don't want to think about what I'm gonna make for dinner or what I'm gonna eat, or if if someone wants to go out to dinner, it's like, okay, yeah. Okay, where do you want to go? I don't care. Wherever. Like, and 9 times out of 10, like, it's not 10 times out of 10 I have no qualms, no problems, because I'm not making decisions. I don't want to. I'm along for the ride. Yeah, often. uh Definitely often. And then, like,
So
when I have sorry.
I have to cut you off real quick.
Yeah.
Because you brought up guns, and I forgot that I had a phone call yesterday, and I answered the phone, and it was Preston, the old co-host, and he goes, "You really hurt my feelings." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Yeah, you really hurt my feelings." I was like, "Why?" He's like, "I've been really upset about something that you said." I was like, "Oh yeah, what is it?" He's like, "Well, when you texted Nick in the group chat that Preston just got into guns, where can he buy some?" He's like, "That really hurt my feelings." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "I didn't just get into guns." Like, and he starts listing all these rifle things and tournaments that he's done and shooting things. And I was like, "Preston, I didn't mean it like that, but you have a tendency to like lean into things. Like one time he bought a paintball gun, and he's like, "All right, well, let's go paintballing every week." And then he bought another gun, another paintball gun, and another attachment. I'm like, "Dude, you're buying too many things. You're really snowballing into all this." And he just has that personality sometimes where, and now he's like, "Oh, now I'm into golfing. So I'm going golfing. And I bought all these clubs, and I'm going golfing every weekend." And now his new thing is guns. So, the other day I called him, and he's like, "Oh, I'm buying a gun." I'm like, "Oh, okay, weird." Like, I know that you go hunting. I know that when you go back home, you have guns, but you've never really had guns on you, like at your apartment or anything. And he's like, "Oh yeah, well, I just went and bought this gun, and I bought this gun, and I bought that gun." And I'm like, "Oh my God, dude, you're really like leaning into this now." So when I said he's just getting into guns, it was more of like his new it thing is guns. So I do have to apologize and let you know that he is a gun connoisseur and a gun expert and a gun veteran.
Gotcha. Gun enthusiast.
A gun enthusiast would have been the right word.
Actually, probably firearms enthusiast would be
There you go.
the proper. So you're saying sorry to Preston then?
I am apologizing to Preston for saying that he was just getting into guns.
On our nationally syndicated podcast. Nice. Well, no syndication yet, but
I don't think it's any syndication, and it's not pretty much national. High hopes, baby. High hopes.
it's international. If somebody decides they're gonna watch it outside the country, so
Back to mental unrest and decision fatigue. Callie puts me through that shit all the time, and like I said, having 3 kids, all 10 or under, going to work every day, right? But here's the thing: is how do I put this? I mean, I guess I could just say I like being in control, and I don't know if that's just a male personality trait, right? But for me, I don't like people doing things for me, and I think that that's something I really have to work on. I sometimes I tend to think that, like, if somebody's doing something for me, what do they want in return, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? And it's more of just like, I would rather go and do this so nobody owes me this or nobody owes me that. And if I do it, I know that I'm doing it the way that I want and it's the right way. You know, kind of. I mean, a great example is our fantasy baseball league and giving up commissionership and now being a manager. I'm just like, every time our commissioner like sends a message or wants to change something, I'm just like, that's fucking stupid. Like, I wouldn't do it that way. And I wasn't doing it that way for 12 years as the commissioner, but now I'm not the commissioner, so I need to step back and you know, let somebody else run it. And that, I don't know, I think that's just a really, I don't know if it's a weird trait that I have or if people have similar styles. How do you feel about that?
no, I think being in control. I mean, giving up decisions doesn't necessarily mean you still can't be in control of. Like, oh, I'm gonna sit here or what? It doesn't. I mean, dinner doesn't fucking matter. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit
But
doesn't
It
matter.
does though.
No, it doesn't.
Like,
Why?
Callie, I'm hungry. What do you
Okay.
want for dinner, babe? I don't know. Okay, well, here are choices. I don't want any of those choices. All right, well, work with me here.
Nah,
You know?
you give me choices, it's over. It's done. Easy. I don't even want one. I'm hungry. Cool. You want to go here? Perfect. Let's go. It's
I
that
like to
easy.
give her choices. I like to say, okay, here's 5 things that I want. I'm going to give her 3 of those, and now I've eliminated 2, so she can go pick 1. Right? So that way I don't have to fully make the decision, but whatever decision she makes, I'm already on board with because I've already
Right, because you gave the
pre-made that
suggestions.
decision.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
Exactly.
that's good.
That's
Yeah.
good.
I mean, definitely certain aspects of my life I'm definitely gotta be in control of. Definitely don't mind giving up control on other aspects of it at all.
Aside from food, what's something else that you would want somebody else to decide for you?
Ooh.
See? It's not that easy.
Like plans. Like if like going out. I mean, I don't care if plans are made. Like, hey, I want to go do this. Okay, cool, let's go. Like, I don't mind that. I mean, I wouldn't mind that. I can't say that it's happened often, but I'm trying to think. I mean, I'm pretty easy when it comes to that, unless like I made it clear I didn't want to do something, and then it's like, hey, can we go do this? I'm like, no, I told you all day I didn't want to do anything, and now you want to go out to dinner? I'm like, no.
No.
And that's the thing. Like, I will just how I just said it, exactly how I'll be. I'd be like, no, and then
Yeah.
then I'm an asshole. I'm like, I told you all day I didn't want to do anything, and then I get home and you're like, oh, let's do this. I'm like, no. I told. Well, why not? Because of XYZ. I just don't want to.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like I said, those are again few and far between. I'd much rather have what I'm asking for than.
I will say this. the one nice thing that I have started delegating is just like the tedious shit that I don't want to do. And since Callie has a lot more free time than I do, kind of delegating that to her, kind of as, and I don't mean this in a negative way, but kind of like as my assistant, since she's, a stay-at-home mom, right? So in between the chores and stuff, maybe there's something small that she could work on for me. For example, I have been putting off uh shopping my car insurance for years. For years, I was with Geico for.
ChatGPT that shit.
I do. I use ChatGPT for work. I don't like. That's what I'm saying. If it's something mindless that like, because it's not even just ChatGPT. Then you got to go through the processes, right? You got to call people, or you got to go online, or you got to do everything that we were just talking about. It's not as simple as just this one thing. You have to do multiple things. You got to call and cancel this. You got to call and do this. So I had been a customer with Geico for 12 years, but I've never made a claim. I think I made one claim in 12 years because my windshield cracked, and that was like last year. I've never been into an accident. I don't get tickets, right? I think I've gotten 2 or 3 speeding tickets over the last 10 years. So I should have a low car insurance. Well, and I bundle with Callie, so I should even have more off. Well,
Right.
I'm paying like $800, $900 a month, and I'm talking to people and like, dude, that's stupid. That's stupid high. And I'm just like, yeah, it does sound stupid high, and I'll get to it. And then a year goes by, and 2 years goes by, and I never get to it because I don't feel like shopping. I collect all of the mail that I get, so this is to lower my car payments, right? Literally getting things that say your monthly car payment is astronomically high, and just collecting them. So long story short, I gave it all to Callie, and I said, hey babe, can you go shop? I know that there's lower rates out there. She did an amazing job. She came back to me in 3 days with different options. I spoke to this guy, I spoke to this person, I spoke to this person. She went through all the benefits and the perks. She actually got us better insurance for a lower rate than what we had, and we switched over to Progressive, and I think we're paying like $250 now.
Yeah.
And it's the things like that. So now the next project will be go lower my monthly car payments, please.
Go
And
refinance our cars.
yeah. So
I mean,
it's shit
partners.
like that I want people to do for me.
I was like, I mean, I'm dating someone, but I also don't want her to have to do any of that.
I guess it's different when, well, one, we've been together for 6 years, but we also live together, right?
Not drastically different, but different, definitely different circumstances for sure.
I think drastic. Like if she was just my girlfriend, I wouldn't expect her to do that shit. I'm not just like, hey babe, go do this for me. I mean, I guess you could, but it's just not something that I would delegate.
I don't see that panning out for anyone.
Yeah. Like a month into dating, hey, go lower my car insurance.
Yeah,
Thanks.
can you shop my car insurance? I'll take care of yours too. Yeah.
I don't know. I think that sometimes the only way through all this shit is doing what we're doing. It's laughing through it. It's talking through it. I don't think decision fatigue ever stops. I mean,
No.
I'm sure that you have these same nights where I put my head on the pillow and hours go by, and next thing I know it's 3 a.m. because my brain won't just won't shut off. It won't. No matter what I do, no matter how drunk I am, no matter how medicated I am, like if I've taken melatonin, my eyes are closed and I'm just talking, thinking, did I do this? What about that? And
Yep.
like your brain just won't shut off.
Oh yeah, you have those. I think though, probably why I drank so much. But for real, like still have those nights, but you can't. Worrying about it isn't gonna help. Like,
Yeah.
it's so like, yeah. If try to come up with a solution, and if you can't, leave it alone. Tomorrow's a new day. Maybe you'll have a solution in the morning. It doesn't work all
Do
the
you
time. But
do you ever give yourself permission to like mentally rest, and what does that look like?
yeah. Oh yeah. That's a weekend where I don't get up off the couch. That's where I just hang out, just veg out, just chill. Don't do any decision making. What am I gonna eat? Whatever I can get fastest to the door. That's what. Again, not you can't have those days regularly.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
no, I just uh, golfing. Golfing helps. Just I can't focus on anything but golf while golfing, or I just threw $40-$50 away. And if I can't get out of my head, there's no golfing. Like there it just isn't. Uh,
So even though you're not physically resting, do you still think that just because, you're doing something that you enjoy, that your mental rest is kicking in because you don't really have to make decisions. You swing and you have a good time on the golf course. Is
yeah,
that why that's a mental rest for you?
it's a mental rest because you're focused, but it's on one thing, and so everything that's been bothering you or weighing on you or uh, it doesn't exist for
Hmm.
the 4-6 hours you're out there. And then most of the time, it doesn't exist afterward either. It's one of those like, oh yeah, I like I said, I can either dwell on this and not fix it, or try to fix it and I didn't come up with a solution. Let's put it down. I've come to learn over the last, 12 years doing what I do, like harping and trying to figure something out doesn't always work. Literally going on doing something else and coming back to it more often than not, you'll come up with a different way or a different idea that you just didn't have, and that's what I try to do
Yeah.
with stressful situations, I guess.
Yeah. I love that. Callie and I do the same thing. We don't fight a lot, but we do that when we fight. Very early on in our relationship, we would fight, and I would be like, "No, we need to talk about this now, right? We need to settle this now. We need to air this out now. I don't care if we're drunk. I don't care if it's 12 o'clock in the morning." And she's like, "I just want to go to bed." I'm like, "No, we're gonna talk about this now, right?" And then we end up fighting even more for the next 2 hours, to where now it's like if we fight, one of us will say, "I don't want to deal with this right now. Let's talk about this tomorrow, or let's talk about this, on Thursday, whatever our schedule looks like," right? And I'm a lot more understanding of like, okay, I realize you don't want to talk about it now because our emotions are up in the air, right? Maybe it's late, maybe this isn't the best subject, maybe somebody has to think through something first, and saying, okay, you go that way and you go to bed, I'm going to go this way and I'm going to go to bed, and we'll decompress ourselves, and we'll deal with it again. And I think that that's kind of the same approach, because we're mentally overstimulated, we're arguing. Let's
Nothing's gonna
mentally rest
change.
and
You
come
both
back
are
to
saying
it.
the same things. Nothing's gonna get better.
Yeah.
If anything, it's just gonna get worse. So
Mm-hmm.
in that aspect, so yeah, no, the best thing is to let it lie and
Let
pick
it
up
lie,
again in
baby.
the morning, hopefully with
Yeah.
a different perspective.
I try to mentally decompress. Like, there's some days where I have to do it on like a random Tuesday. Kids are at school. Maybe I have a light work schedule. I'm very fortunate that I work from home, and maybe I'll just block my calendar and I'll go play video games for like 6 hours, and not even
Yeah.
playing with people, not even playing like Call of Duty where my mental focus, I have to actually be
GTA.
focused. I'll just play like a racing game or something
College
where
football.
it doesn't matter what happens. I could stop playing and forget it all. It like my mental capacity is literally zero when I'm playing this game. And sometimes I'll play a wrestling game and I won't even. I'll be like, how is this match over? Like I don't even remember what just happened in that match. And it doesn't happen often, but I absolutely love those days where, like, Callie just recently went home for Tegan's birthday, so Tegan wasn't here. Kinsley was at her mom's. Callie wasn't here. Carter was taking a nap, and even when he's not napping, like I did absolutely nothing. Like, Carter, go play. I'm gonna sit right here and I'm gonna do nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. It's
No,
great.
when I play video games, that's how I look at them. They're not supposed to be stressful. And I played nothing's as hard as Super Nintendo, like Lion King and Aladdin and those games that you die, you have to go back to the beginning. Like we've handled stress. All this stuff you save and you can just pick up right where you left off. So I tell my dad when I'm playing with him, or I tell my brother, I'm like, the minute these games become stressful, I'm done playing. I'm like, I'm not here to get all worked up and yell and scream and throw my controller at the wall. No, I'm here to decompress, to chill. Like you said, not make a decision. Like most of the time I play GTA, I just drive around killing people. No rhyme or reason to anything, just hey, let's see how many cops I can kill today. I mean,
prostitutes, banging prostitutes, and kill her, get your money back.
Yeah, I picked one up the other day, and I'm like, they are vulgar. I didn't even realize how vulgar they actually were. Just the things they say.
GTA in years,
dude. We've been playing it since it's been on the 360, dude. Three
San
different
Andreas.
consoles.
What is there? Miami Vice, is that one, or Vice City?
Vice City.
I think that's the last GTA I played. Vice City.
GTA 5 came out on Xbox 360, and it's been now 360, the Xbox X, like 3 different consoles. It's
the new
crazy.
one's never coming out. It's never coming out. I'm convinced.
I mean, I'm
like
okay
when you
if
have
it
to make a
doesn't.
press release. When you have to make a press release that there's going to be no more delays. Like, come on.
Guess who doesn't care? I'm like, I'll be playing this shit out of 5 until 6 comes out. I don't care.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well,
It's one of my favorite.
I guess I everything that we've talked about in this episode has been an adult absurdity. From talking about stupid people online and talking about mental overload and decision fatigue and just like the things that break us. I think as we get into this, I keep saying it over and over, as we get into this age, you start to overthink things, and you get embarrassed easily, or there's tasks that you feel are minuscule or beneath you, or they make you feel dumb. I don't know. When I don't really even know the question to ask here, but are we allowed to admit that this part of adulthood, I guess the midlife crisis, halfway life, is just, whether it's ridiculous or not, are we allowed to admit that this part of adulthood is ridiculous and these things like don't make sense? Am I coming off clear? Because I feel like I'm not.
I mean, I think parts of it can definitely be ridiculous. Most of the things most of this episode we've complained about are all ridiculous things. There's no normal people complain about. Definitely nobody in a third world country is complaining about what we complained about all episode. So yeah, I think it's safe to say that the things that stress us out now are ridiculous. It used to be, oh, we don't make enough. I mean, you'll never make enough, right? But now that I mean, I do well, and I've done well for the last few years, so it's like now that
Yeah.
that's not a thing, you know, you don't live paycheck to paycheck. You don't you have savings accounts. You don't really want or you don't have wants. Like if anything, your wants are superficial, not superficial, but like I want more time to not have to work. You know, I want more time to travel or this and that. Like,
Yeah.
that would be the only thing that I would, you know, change. But
How about this? Different. Let me rephrase what I just rambled on. How about this? Adulthood is not hard. It's just overly complicated. And here's an example.
Mm.
I had to sign up for life insurance, right? Callie's pushing me. You know, Callie's
you
dad.
just signed up for life insurance?
Okay, give me a second. Okay?
How old's your firstborn? Jesus Christ.
11.
Oh
Listen.
my God.
I've never had to like think about any of that. Like I am very fortunate that both of my parents are still here, right? Callie's dad passed when she was very young. So thinking about different things like that, when my grandparents passed, it became, you know, who's going to pay for the funeral? Who's going to pay for this, right? Again, I was younger, so I didn't have to go through any of that. So Callie's been pushing me to get life insurance because she's like, you know, if you die, how am I going to pay for the kids and all of this shit? And so I get one of those phone calls that everybody gets. Hey, I want to talk to you about something cool. Oh, I actually just joined Northwestern Mutual. Or I just joined this, right? They told you to go through your family and friends network, like the whole spiel that everybody gets. But I got it from my cousin's girlfriend, and I was like, actually, this is the perfect time. My girlfriend's bothering me about getting life insurance. Let's do it. Let's talk about it. But then that entails jumping on 6 phone calls and walking through 18 different life insurance packages. And if you do this one, you only get this one. And if you do this one, you save money. And if you do this one, you can use it your whole life. If you do this one, and it's only good till 50. And I'm just like, what the? Like, why is it so fucking difficult to just pick life insurance? Like that's
Well,
and then you gotta have a nurse come to your house and you got to give blood and then you got to get approved here and then you got to call this company and you have to have an interview and then you got to prove there and then you got to get approved again. And I'm just like, okay, why is it so complicated? This is absurd.
you don't know the right
I think-
people.
I think that's the better way to phrase it. Adulthood is not hard. It's just unnecessarily complicated.
I'm utterly disappointed in you.
Shut the
that,
fuck up.
It's taken this long for you to get life insurance.
I know. Trust me. Because I know that if I would have started 10 years ago, I would have been paying a smaller premium than I am now. Because if you stack this,
Well, it
and stack
depends
this
on
for
what
10 years.
It also depends on which one you have. I have the one where
Yeah.
you can actually. I have 3, but the oldest one I have I got when Sam was born, and that one you can actually like pull from, and then
Mhm.
after I think 25 years, I get like everything I've put into it plus 3% back. So then I can buy another policy. Pretty much is essentially how that works. But if I die before then, it's like
You get
$250,000.
nothing.
No, $250,000, and then I have I think a 50,000 through work, and another 150 through work that I pay for. So like shit, what's that? 150, 250, 50. So yeah, she's, you know, right under $500,000 if anything happens to me.
All right. Put that out there and Nick disappears. We know to check his
My
life insurance
kid.
policy.
Kid can't touch it till she's 25 anyway, so it'd be pointless.
Oh.
But you know, I would agree. It's definitely sorry. This part of adulthood isn't for us isn't hard. It's just definitely overly complicated. And then you can make decisions like me, and then date someone that's 1,000 miles away. So then things just get exponentially more complicated.
Even more complicated.
In the
old
best ways
long-distance
possible.
relationship.
Not that no negative there, but it's just
No.
That's a whole nother dynamic that.
Yeah, listen, that's how Callie and I started. I never thought that I'd date again, and somehow she came into my life, and we started long distance,
It's
and
the best thing.
it was tough, but you know, it ended up working out for the better because here we are 6 years later. So,
Two
can we
children's,
normalize?
6 years
not-
later.
Can we normalize not having it all together? Like, is that okay, or
Yeah.
does everything have
I
to be
mean,
social media
I don't-
fake? Like everything's great.
No. I mean, I definitely don't have everything together.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely it's normal not to have shit together.
What if like Instagram just started being like posts about what's wrong in life, or like it shifted from
Like the opposite,
everything's good,
like,
look at me, to like, oh fuck, I had
like
to
reality. Instagram went
yeah.
from Instagram to reality.
Yeah,
That would be funny. I think
that would
if
be
we
funny.
all just made it a point to just post the shittiest parts of our lives and not
Yeah.
just the wins. That's
Got a
like
flat tire
you
today.
sitting behind your fucking computer desk. Just another day, another dollar. Thumbs up, like just
Oh.
owning the most at the grocery store, just picking up like a loaf of bread.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
just making it as normal as possible. That
Yep.
way the algorithm gets thrown off. I think we're on to
But
something here.
where would all my asses go?
Maybe you should just,
I
I
think
don't know.
I'd be
Twitter.
most sad if that
Is it
no,
X? Just go watch.
I can't access Twitter. I've been trying for years. Apparently, my Twitter got hacked, and I've tried to dispute it, but because everything is AI and bots and it's not real fucking people, it always comes back as I've violated policy. I'm like, dude, I haven't posted on Twitter in 13 years. What the fuck did I violate? Like, my last thing was about the Yankees or something 13 years ago. What am I violating? But because it's all AI and computer, you can't talk to a normal person. So the only way I could get back onto Twitter, like, I can't even like scroll Twitter because you have to have a thing. And I call it
Yeah.
Twitter because I think X is stupid, but I think that's a dumb platform anyways.
Hmm.
Instagram to me is the superior platform.
Oh.
But even though I know that that's not it, because now it's TikTok and Twitter and
TikTok is not it. But we're on all
unfortunately
of
it
them.
is.
Please check us out
Unfortunately-
on You Good Podcast on all platforms.
It's actually at CrowdsPod, but
Oh my god.
it's not
We
a
should
here or
change
there.
it.
I can't because the other one was taken because people apparently that was also one of the hardest things about doing this is coming up with a name that somebody hasn't already gotten and like created a social media platform with it 10 years ago and made like 3 episodes and then quit. But now you can't get it because it's theirs.
Anyway, once we
We're
go
not
viral,
broken.
we'll get it.
We're
It's
just
fine.
tired.
You're just a girl. Anyway,
I'm just a girl in the world. This was fun. Give me one last give the listeners one last takeaway from the little things that break you, from the stress that is life, and what's a takeaway to wrap this up from your side?
my biggest thing is when you feel like everything's just terrible, everything's just not going okay. Just take a step back and take a breath, because more than likely it's just a small moment of your day and not all of it. And if you can try to nip it in the bud early, then it won't be able to snowball into that avalanche at the end of the day. So,
Yeah.
as always, give yourself grace. And we are all imperfect. So,
Mine's gonna be adulthood is not hard. It's just unnecessarily complicated. I think that
I
most
think
of
it's
us are
necessarily
carrying.
complicated.
I don't think so. I think most of us are carrying more than we can ever admit. I think that today's world is probably the most chaotic than any generation before us. I think, you have to smile before you spiral. And something that my mom always said to me is, affect what you can control. Anything else that's outside of your control, don't worry about it. If you can't change the outcome, don't linger on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yep.
What is it if you yeah, I can't if you can't fix it, why worry about it?
Don't worry about the things that are out of your control. That's my line. That's what I said. Okay, that's how we ended.
It. That's the one.
That's it. If any
Nailed
part of
it.
today's if any part of today's episode hit home, please share it with a friend. Tag us at CrodsPod on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok at CrodsPod. And help us keep these conversations going. We drop new episodes every Thursday morning at 8 a.m. We are live on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and iHeartRadio. We now have videos streaming on YouTube and Spotify. And I promise, I know that we have said this, I know that we have a TikTok account with no posts, but we will have reels and video posts coming soon because we're learning more, we're upgrading, we're leveling up, we're taking this seriously, we're showing up for you. We want to hear from you. Please, if you have a story or a topic or you just need to vent, email us at crodspod@gmail.com. We are here to talk to or talk for you. Our safe space is your outlet. And until next time, live fast, eat ass, or just try to not let emails ruin your day.
Damn right.